Toyota formally pulled the wraps off the new 2024 Land Cruiser today, in a rebirth that was hardly surprising considering the enduring cachet this nameplate enjoys across the world. Now off-road enthusiasts with sights set on backcountry travel will be able to hit the trail on a new Land Cruiser instead of waiting years for the price of a used high-mileage Land Cruiser to fall within reach. Land Cruiser brings back the thrill and excitement of exploring unfamiliar terrain with its remarkable capabilities and legendary reliability, while paying homage to its historic roots of over 65 years. Whether you're conquering rugged trails or cruising through city streets, Land Cruiser brings dynamic energy to any adventure. In the Toyota geek speak that Land Cruiser aficionados love, the new Land Cruiser is technically a 250 series. It's not near as big as the pure 300 Lexus LX 600, but it is newer than the 200 series cruiser that left the scene in 2021. All three of these share a 112.2-inch wheelbase, but the new TLC is nearly 7 inches shorter than the LX from nose to tail. Compared to the old 200, the new model shares an overall width of 78.0 inches, stands only 0.8 inches shorter, and is just 1.2 inches stubbier front to back. That said, the differences appear huge in real life because the 2024 Land Cruiser has a narrow body, grille, and greenhouse with prominent fender flares that cover a comparatively broad track. It's a clearly skinnier vehicle that looks like it has been modded to give it a tougher stance. That starts up front, where the Toyota gets a blockier front bumper and rectangular grille opening. Curiously, the base 1958 trim level and the flagship First Edition get round LED headlights, while the middle tier, and simply named, Land Cruiser trim gets rectangular units a la FJ62. Curiously, the Land Cruiser comes standard with all-season tires no matter which trim level you choose, so serious off-roaders should prioritize getting more capable rubber on their vehicles as soon as possible. Wheel designs are likewise unremarkable. We wish the 1958 edition at least offered old-school steelies as an option for both aesthetics and rough road robustness. While the Lexus GX and 300 series Land Cruiser get twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 engines under the hood, the US market 250 series will make use of an advanced iForce Max turbocharged 2.4-liter inline-4. Don't underestimate this mill, though, as it produces an impressive 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. What's more, there will likely be an abundance of grunt even at low speeds thanks to the 48 horsepower electric motor mounted within the 8-speed automatic gearbox. The instant torque of the motor should help the Land Cruiser step off the line smartly or get over tough rocks with relative ease. Like all Land Cruisers before it, the new 250 series will come standard with 4-wheel drive. In this instance, it's a full-time setup with a selectable 2-speed transfer case, as well as an automatic limited slip center differential and locking rear diff. Above all, the 2024 model has an impressive set of statistics to back up its legendary name. The new LC will boast 8.7 inches of ground clearance, with approach, departure, and breakover angles of 31, 22, and 25 degrees respectively. Most importantly, many of the SUV's crucial underbody components are tucked up within the frame rails, which will help it scramble over rocks and obstacles without dragging too much. The lowest hanging parts of the Land Cruiser are the rear trailing links, which do seem a little vulnerable but should nonetheless be robust enough to avoid serious trail damage. Unlike the previous generation Land Cruiser, the new one is strictly a two-row, 5-seat SUV. Toyota has downsized the Cruiser's body this time around, putting it into contention with mid-sized rivals such as the Ford Bronco and the Jeep Wrangler, rather than full-size SUVs such as the Chevrolet Tahoe and the Ford Expedition. While the base 1958 trim does without many of the other trim's luxuries, it still offers niceties such as heated seats, a heated steering wheel, and a 6-speaker stereo. The mid-range trim and the limited production First Edition have more deluxe cabins that include ventilated seats, 10-speaker stereos, and available leather upholstery. All Land Cruisers come with Toyota's excellent infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but the base 1958 trim comes with a rather dinky 8.0-inch display. All other trims get a much larger 12.3-inch touchscreen. USB-C charging ports and a wireless smartphone charging pad are standard fare, but you'll have to pay extra for onboard Wi-Fi or the available 14-speaker JBL stereo system. Every LC gets adaptive cruise control, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, lane departure prevention, and blind spot monitoring. The abundance of standard active safety and driver assist features is a nice bonus, especially for a segment that often leaves folks to fend for themselves. Safety and driver assistance features. Like most of Toyota's new models, the Land Cruiser is equipped with a generous list of standard driver assistance features. Bundled together in a suite called Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, you'll find lane departure warning, automatic high-beam headlamps, and adaptive cruise control alongside expected systems such as automated emergency braking. For more information about the Land Cruiser's crash test results, visit the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and Insurance Institute for Highway Safety websites. Key safety features include standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, standard/adaptive cruise control with a lane centering feature. Around the back, the Land Cruiser ditches a full-width light bar in favor of simple, squared-off taillights on the corners. The design is delightfully free of frippery, and the full-size spare tire is tucked up nice and clean underneath the rear bumper. The simple design, although not overtly retro, calls back to an era when SUVs like the Land Cruiser were tools to do a job. In that purposeful mission, the 250 Series LC gets hatch glass that can open on its own, although the old Land Cruiser's downward folding tailgate is gone in favor of a more conventional liftgate. Curiously, the Land Cruiser comes standard with all-season tires no matter which trim level you choose, so serious off-roaders should prioritize getting more capable rubber on their vehicles as soon as possible. Wheel designs are likewise unremarkable. We wish the 1958 edition at least offered old-school steelies as an option for both aesthetics and rough road robustness.